Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to my hobby blog. Today we are doing a wonderful review of a movie that I originally did not care for the first time I watched this. But with the recent Shout Factory 4K new cut of the film, oh my gosh, it is so much better. And of course I'm talking about Michael Dougherty's Krampus, as the German grandmother says. This is the naughty cut. This is not the theatrical. The theatrical is so much different, in my opinion. And oh my gosh, it is so much better. I watched the original one when it came out, and I really like Trick or Treat. It's one of my favorite Halloween seasonal movies. And I always felt like something was missing in Krampus. And I was right. I never researched it. I never looked it up. Nothing. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, it's not as good as Trick or Treat. Moving on with my life. And then they announced the naughty cut of this. This is brand new. Just came out this week. Well, I guess last week, if you're watching this. But today's December 3rd, of course, so it's not spooky season, but it is the holiday season. And I only got this because I was curious what the naughty cut was like. Because according to Shout Factory, because I don't really look up anything when it comes to movies until I've seen it for myself in the most, I guess, unbiased way. And so I watched this back like 5 years ago when it came out. And again, it wasn't that good. I thought the Todd Packard character, I don't know his real name, but his character in The Office is Todd Packard. We have Adam Scott, who is from Parks and Rec. We have Toni Collette, who was in one of my favorite movies of the last decade, I guess, 2010 to 2019. Hereditary, Toni Collette. She is absolutely wonderful in this movie. And what this naughty cut is basically the original director's cut. He sent it in when he was finished making the movie, and the studio just took out every cuss word, took out all the blood, all the kills. A lot of them happened off screen, and this is kind of why I didn't care for the movie when I first saw it. But this time, they show it all. There's so much blood, considering that this is like a Hollywood horror movie where usually it's not that big. But all these little creatures on the front. My favorite one is the Jack-in-the-Box right here. He straight up just eats two kids, and you watch it as it slowly swallows them like a constrictor snake. It was the nastiest thing. You can hear gurgling. You can hear the bones breaking as it's moving its way, because it's like a Jack-in-the-Box. It comes out, and you can see like feet of the kid like slowly going into its throat, and it has like a bunch of teeth. And oh my gosh, this was so much better. I don't remember any of that in the original one. I remember the little gingerbread creatures, but that was it. And I don't even remember what the ending was when I first watched it. I must have fell asleep because it was not really memorable the first time I watched it. But this time I was totally sucked in the entire time. It comes with a bunch of special features which I haven't seen, so I'm not going to comment on the quality of it. But it's all new, like interviews. There's like a documentary talking all about the naughty cut, as they call it. But again, I haven't seen it. I should. I'm more just talking about the movie itself and just how much better it is. And whoever the main kid is, he's his name is Max, is the character. The young boy's like 12 or 13. He still believes in Santa. And his cousins are coming over just unexpectedly. A very nasty aunt just kind of shows up and just makes the entire Christmas holiday awful. And one of his cousins who are so funny. Todd Packard is the father, and they have the two girls. And there's a joke how in the letter to Santa that Max wrote, he was like, "Oh, like we all know that Uncle Todd Packard wanted boys," and they get really pissed off about that. And it was really funny to. What starts the whole story is that Max writes this letter to Santa like as late as he could because he wasn't sure whether Santa was real or not. And so he writes the letter kind of last second, a very heartfelt one, and he gives it to his grandma, who kind of tells him the ritual of Santa, and he packages it and then decides, no, fuck this, fuck my family, all this stuff. And he tears up the letter to Santa. And the moment he does that and he opens the window and lets it out, everything turns to shit. And this entire movie is so wonderful. I am so happy they released this. I would not have given it another chance if it wasn't for this naughty cut. And it's so much better. I don't know what else to say. But get this. This is the 4K. It looks so wonderful. The audio mixing sounds amazing. Lots of great soundscapes, I guess. You always have the wind blowing very quickly. You have great chittering throughout, as the subtitles say. Anytime a creature is stalking around the house, is chittering. And I love that term so much when it comes to subtitles. Anytime I see, creatures skittering on the bottom of the subtitles or the screen where the subtitles are, I am always just like, ooh, something's gonna go boo. And I've always complained, I don't know, on the channel, because I don't talk about this really, because I don't watch these type of movies, but Hollywood movies, horror movies that rely on jump scares, this one really doesn't. There are a lot of really genuinely creepy moments. There's 2 jump scares, so it's not too bad. If you're like me, who absolutely detests jump scares and anything that is lazy in terms of trying to scare you by having really awful music playing that you could copy paste into any movie, this is your dream. There's nothing annoying in this movie. Really generic dialogue at times. It does get sappy, pretty sentimental at times, and it's fine. It's a Christmas movie. It's kind of, you have to have it. So yeah, this movie is just so much better now in my eyes. This is up there with Trick or Treat, if not better, in my opinion. But oh my gosh, what a wonderful, wonderful release. I cannot wait to go into the special features, but we'll talk about that another day. Thank you all